Hey, first grade, it's Mrs. Smith here, ready for math? Okay, so what I've done is you're looking at my screen from the Google Slides that I created for you for this lesson. And in the background, we have baby Mac. So she's right there. She might be making some sounds in the background. She might be trying to answer some of your math questions. I don't think you can answer them yet, baby Mac, but we'll try. Okay, so what I have here are 4 questions. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to read the question, then I'm going to ask you to pause me, see if you can answer the question and figure it out using the materials, and then turn me back on because you're going to be able to watch me solve it to see if you did it the same way I did. Okay, so pause me now and then turn me back on after you've solved. I'm sorry, don't pause me yet. Pause me after I've read the question, then turn me back on to see if you answered it correctly. Okay, question number 1, game number 1. Place all of your cards upside down and mix them up. Now turn them over one by one and place them in order from 0 to 23. Okay, pause me now and then come back to me when you're ready. See if you can turn all your cards over, then turn them over one by one and put them in order from 0 to 23. All right. Okay, so I'm going to trust that you've paused me now. Here's the answer. So here is my desk, and you can see here that on my desk I have all of these cards, and you can even see my hand here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to display how to do this. So I've turned over all the cards upside down. Now I'm going to turn them over and I'm going to think to myself, if I'm ordering these from 0 to 23, I need to think about if 0 is the first number, so that will go here, and let's say 23 will go over here. That means I need to think about where this number is going to go. Where is 5? Is 5 closer to 0? Closer to 23? Is it in the middle? 5 is closer to 0. If you think about it, we have 0, and I can even count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's pretty close. Now think about 5 to 23. That's a pretty far distance. Now let's turn over another card. Oh, we have 4. Where does 4 go? You got it. It goes before 5. Okay, I'm going to do a few more here. Oh, we have 1. Another good example. And you'll notice that I'm kind of moving down my cards as I gain more depending on where they go. And I know that my screen is a little small. I'm not going to be able to fit 23 cards right here. I'm just giving you an example. Okay, here I go. I have a number 3. I've noticed that all my numbers seem to be in the same order. All right, and let me try to find 1. No, that's too small. Oh, well, that's a little bigger. Here we have the number 10. So the number 10, where would it go between 0 and 23? Well, number 10 is pretty much in the middle of 0 and 23. So that one would go here. And what I'm going to keep doing is I'm going to keep making my numbers and putting them in the correct order until I have 0 to 23. So what I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to pause the video. I'm going to put all of these in order, and then you can check your answer. All right, and I'm back. And now I've put all my numbers in order, and I'm going to check them. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Do I have 2 number 6s? I do. Wow, we're going to remove that one. 7, 8. That's because it's a 9, Mrs. Smith. It's a 9. 10, 11, 12, 13. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, and 23. There we go. We have put them in order. Okay. Now let's go back. I'm going to move this off to the side, and I'm going to check out game number 2. Number 2, which number is greater? Which number is lesser? So the word greater means more. So we're looking for which number is more than the other. We are also looking for lesser. Lesser means less or fewer, a smaller number. So what we're doing here are actually comparing. we could compare more than one number, but we can compare more than two numbers, but we're going to start with comparing just two numbers for this lesson. So I'm going to go back to my picture, and what I'm going to do is just pick out two cards. So you can see that I cleaned up my cards, and I'm just kind of putting them in order here, in mixed up order here. We'll choose this one. So let's answer the question. Which one is greater? 15 is greater. Which one is lesser? 8. I can even show that using my blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I like to have mine in trains of 10. I like to call them trains. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Now I need to make 8 on this side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Now, if I'm looking and I'm comparing these two numbers, I can see that there are many more blocks for 15 than there are for 8. Therefore, 15 is greater and 8 is less. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put a series of numbers up on the video, and it'll be your job to show those numbers using your blocks and then decide which one is greater and which one is less than. Okay, so put these out of the way, and I'll take these two numbers. Let's do these two. Ooh, these ones are a little close. They both have this 1 in the front. This means they both have a 10 inside of them. This is a 10 and 1 more to make 11. And this one is a 10 and 4 more to make 14. So what I'd like you to do is pause me now and make 11 blocks and 14 blocks, and then tell me, by telling yourself, which one is greater than and which one is less than. So pause me now. Okay, I'm going to trust that you've paused me and you've done this. So let's prove that 14 is greater. So here I have my 10 and 4 more, which makes 14, and now I'm going to do the 11. Let's see how many are here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, plus 1 more. That's 11. So if I look at these two, they're pretty close. They both have a 10, but then look at these two numbers. The 4 is much greater than just the 1. So therefore, 14 is greater than, and 11 is less than. Okay, let's do one more. Oh boy. Okay, so here we have two numbers. This one should be a little bit more simpler for you. So let's see. I would like you to pause me now and please find 23 blocks and 6 blocks, and then that way we can actually visualize that 23 is greater or less than 6. Pause me now. Okay, I'm gonna trust that you paused me. Over here, I have my 20 and 3. So you can even pause me to count these if you don't trust me or if you want to see how I'm doing this. I'm remembering that these are in sets of 10, which means that this is 10 and then 20 plus 3 more, 10, 20, 21, 22, 23. The other way to do this is to count individually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Now let's make 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Big difference here, right guys? Which one is greater than? You betcha, this one, 23. Which one is lesser? Yes, indeed, it is the orange. Very well done. Okay, we have 2 more games to play. we have how much more is the greater number? This one is a little bit more difficult, but we can do this. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the 6 and we're going to compare it to the 23. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to match up. So this means that they'd have the same amount. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And all of this is extra to make the 23. Let's see how much more we need to make 23. We need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. We need 17 more blocks to make 23. 23 is 17 blocks greater than 6. All right, let's try that again. We're going to use 2 more numbers. Okay. So here, you know what, Mrs. Smith is going to use a slightly smaller number just so that we can make this a little quicker and you can get to your own play. Okay, so we're going to use 10 and 9. So I want to answer the question, how much greater is the greater number? Well, first of all, which one is greater? We have 10. And then this one only has 9. Let's see how much this one is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Well, if we put them next to each other, we can see that which one is greater. Well, in fact, the 10 is the greater number. We can see that the 10 has more blocks than the 9. How many more blocks does it have? Well, here's 9 from both. We only need 1 more block. So that means that 10 is 1 block greater than 9. All right. Now, what you can do is you can choose your own numbers and play this game as well. So maybe you take your cards and you try to decide which one is less than, which one is greater than. If the third question of which one is greater, how much greater is the bigger number? If that's too difficult, skip that one. That's okay. We just want to focus on the comparison. Which one is greater or bigger, and which one is less than or fewer, smaller. Okay? All right. So I hope you've enjoyed, and you'll catch my next video so that we can answer the questions to page, I believe it's page 51. All right. See you soon.